this is Laura Walker, Art with a Soul, and this is my first Dibs live before the Frederick Festival of Arts. I'm going to Frederick, Maryland. I've never done a show in Maryland before, super excited about that. That's this weekend. So the way this works is I'm going to go over my new art that I've made since my last festival, and you can comment what you want in the comments or send me a message. This will be cross-posted, so just because you comment first on one thing doesn't mean you'll be the only one saying that on any of my platforms. If you can't make it to comment during the live Facebook, I don't want to say that word, the live feed, then say it later when I repost this video on all my social media platforms. And the purpose of this is to give you guys who follow me and collect my art first dibs at the new art before it goes to a show, specifically the pieces that are under $100, because I don't list those on social media. I mean, on my website, they sell too quickly. And going to new sections of the country, let me make some new animals, and that's really fun and exciting. So I'm going to get started. Yeah, this is filming. I made another fox because I was all out of foxes. And these are made, the ones with the textured backgrounds, these are made on my filled paint palettes. Like I put the paint on here while I do bigger pieces. And then when it gets filled with paint, I paint a color over it and then I put an animal on it. So it's very sustainable. I hate to waste any of this texture. It's on scrap wood, ready to be hung, all of these. This one is $85. He's a big one, as you can see by the size. So, you guys on my social media suggested I do Wolverines. So I'm going to Maryland and then Michigan. I think I have 2 shows in Michigan in a row. So here are 2 little Wolverines on scrap plywood. They are $60 each. And I'm trying to do specific breeds of dogs, though I don't always remember to write down what kind that dog is. This is some sort of hunting dog, I believe, but I didn't write down what kind. So, as you can see, one is larger, one is smaller, the redder one is larger. The larger one is $65, the smaller one, no. Oh, I've got them both the same size. Lucky you. They're both $65. And these are on smooth. They're not on filled paint palettes because these filled paint palettes are selling so quickly that I didn't have time to fill more. Before this show, I had to just paint some scrap wood and paint on those, which is a good problem to have. I have to thank Leldon for suggesting that instead of doing abstracts on these filled paint palettes, I started doing animal faces, which was oh duh, but I had not thought of that, and they really are selling quickly. So this is a beautiful swan, very, very elegant, $60, kind of an eggplant background. Again, this is smooth because I didn't have time to fill up that paint palette. There you go. I made a whole lot of art in the last 3 weeks. I think it was 3 weeks since my last show. I just worked a lot to paint this art, and I love making the art. So that is a joy, and I'm actually very impressed with how much I got made. So these are aren't these Dotsons? I'm not sure. So they're both the same size. They're on old placards. That's not the right word, but you know, that you hang up for awards. People give me cool stuff to paint on instead of throw it away. These are each $40. And these were drawing with their cards. They're 2 herring gulls. We have a larger one and a smaller one. The smaller one, this one, is $35. The larger one, this one, is $40. And so they are both on the textured filled paint palettes. I can't say officially officially yet, because I'm waiting to hear the official word, but I believe I've lined up a second show after Grand Haven, Michigan for the weekend of the 4th of July, which means I'll get to stay in Michigan in between the last week of June and the first week of weekend of July. I love Michigan in the summer, so I'm very excited about all that beach time. All right, here are 2 eagles, bald eagles. Thought since I'd be close to the Capitol, we'll have a lot of patriotic people, maybe. 65 for the smaller one and 80 for the bigger one. See their sizes in comparison. All right. As you can see, I really focused on building up my paint palette pieces, the smaller than $100 pieces. They sell so quickly. So this is a very fun one to do, the double-crested cormorant, if I'm saying that correctly. $75. Such a wild-looking creature. I only did one of those. And then ravens for $100. In case you don't know how I price my work, and those are both on the textured backgrounds, I price my work by how much time I spend on it. I just keep up with how much time. So these are both terrapins, $40 each. They're both the same size, small ones. And they're all ready to be hung. They don't have to be framed. Okay. See, we have 2 common loons. Very beautiful creatures. They are $45 each. Show it up close. Sorry if I've been moving too quickly. Sometimes I talk and move quickly. All right, a walleye that my friend Prudence suggested. Walleye fish, a bigger one and a smaller one. The bigger one is $50, the smaller one is $35. All right, again on the smooth background, we have honeybees and sunflowers or daisies, something like that. 125. This is a more detailed piece. You gotta love honeybees. Ready to be hung. And if you know me, you know I love possums. So here's some baby possums. $50. And then we have orioles, which are beautiful birds. I can't remember if it was Maryland or Chicago. No, not Chicago. Michigan. Maybe both areas have these. You can tell I'm not a sports person. It was some sports team, but I don't keep up with all that. Somebody suggested it and thought, well, the birds are beautiful. Sure, I'll paint those. Oh, did I say the price? $75 on the orioles. That is all of my new paint palette abstracts. And then I've made some of my little smalls. These are, the frogs and the mice are 30 for 1, 50 for 2, 70 for 3. I've just started doing that group deal for my last show, and I like it. So these are, I think they're kind of wedding frogs. You get the bride and the groom. And then this guy, some sort of a water sport froggy guy. And then this is a reading frog with her book. And then I did some patriotic frogs. This is a soldier with the salt shaker hat or helmet. And this one was more of like a military leader was my idea with their flags. And then two more patriotic frogs, the boy frog and the girl frog, both saluting. I just love how wonky they are. These are from lanyards. I get a lot of lanyards doing these shows. I get a lanyard at every show, usually 2 lanyards. And so, oh, I'm sorry, it's so sweaty. I don't have air conditioning in my studio, and I've turned all the fans off while I do this. Anyhow, I'll cut the lanyards, use the strings, and cut the little part to become bow ties and bows. And then this is from fruit, you know, like the mesh bags that fruit and potatoes come in. My family knows not to throw that stuff away. That it's exciting to me. So we have a fancy boy mouse and a fancy girl mouse. Again, the mice are $30 for one, $50 for two, $70 for three. Fancy girl, fancy boy. See the squirt? The squirter is his hat. And with the mice, here we have a saxophone playing girl and a guitar, electric guitar boy. Their tails are made from old guitar strings from my dad's music school. And then the eyelashes are staples that I've pulled up off the back of these recycled frames that I use. And people give me cool junk. They'll clean out their junk drawer and give it to me, clean out their non-valuable, like costume jewelry, give me that. And it's a lot of fun to use. We have, let's see, a scientist mouse, like a Dr. Mouse, and a singer mouse girl. I don't know what happened to the cheek on that one. I'm going to have to fix that. But there's those. Leave that out. Okay, and more. We've got a computer mouse and maybe mechanical engineer mouse. Then two patriotic mice, the girl and the boy, and his top hat is made from spray paint can. Like the little nozzles, I'll spray paint a bunch of them black and use those as top hats. Love them. And then we have, I guess, an Egyptian mouse or a little Egyptian head there. And then a little angel or angelic mouse. She's a good little girl. Okay, more patriotic mice. This one's a soldier. I guess they're both soldiers. This is a girl. This is a boy. You can tell my girl mice because I give them blush and eyelashes. And then my girl, oh, so sweaty. My girl frogs have lipstick and eyelashes. Okay, I did a little studious reading mouse boy. And then a server mouse boy. It's so cute. All right, that's it on all my small art. Now I'll show you my developed pieces of art. Did this Nosy and Posy, which I thought was a very clever name. I came up with that name. Let's see, Nosy and Posy, the two cows, size 16 by 20, $225. And that was on a upcycled painting that I got from a thrift store, and I use upcycled frames from the thrift store. And this is Woody. He's a wood duck. size 12 by 16, $125. And this one is River Hawk. He's an osprey hawk, I guess. River Hawk is size 20 by 13, costs $150. If you need any of this shipped to you, I just add on a little bit for shipping. This is Rapunzel. You can see her, I gave her that gold. This gold paint just went up to $45 for 32 ounces. It is the most expensive paint that I use, and I love it. Okay, what is her? She's Rapunzel. She's size 8 by 10. She's $100. All right, down to my last two pieces. I bought these Guitar Hero toy guitars from a yard sale from a woman at church, and made this one into Trash Panda. So cute. Look at all his like tool belt tools that he can use for breaking into things and scavenging. That I thought was super fun. And then these are from dog collars. My dog's like old collars, and then like a flash so he can see at night. So Trash Panda. It is 30 inches long, 9 inches tall, $290. Usually anything on a guitar goes very quickly at my festivals. It's just such a fun surface. And then I did a brown pelican since I'm heading to the Great Lakes. Size 38 inches tall by 13 inches wide. He's named Pelican Pete. Several friends suggested that. So $350. So he's a beauty. And then these are made ready to be hung. Okay, that's it. If you want a piece, message, or comment that you want it, you need to claim it by Friday evening. My show starts on Saturday, and I don't have time to be checking my messages during the show. After that, it's a free-for-all with whoever shows up in Frederick, Maryland. Thank you guys for joining me.